Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're live. And before I change the screen, I'm just going to walk across the room quickly. I've just remembered I've not turned on a light. But there we go, we're here and we're live. It's a Thursday and I got to genuinely say this is always one of my favourite times of the week because it just feels like it's me and you. We're just sitting here playing a bit of Sorare, having a look at the fixtures, having a look at squads and teams and promos and cards and the market and, you know, all that fun, all that good stuff. We're here and we're live and we're loud and we've got a beautiful one to kick us off today, guys, because we were doing a bit of crafting this week and I could just see the matrix. I could just see the matrix and we pulled beasts. We pulled absolute beasts. We pulled absolute monsters. Fist bumps on arrival. Good to see you all, because today, after the stream ends, if you're a channel member, I want to see comments. Make it anything you like, of course, and I need to give it a good amount of time for this one, so we'll probably pull the winner for this next Tuesday when we come to reward time crafting again, Tuesday, Wednesday, so we'll give it a good amount of airtime. While we're live, it's live chat. When the live chat goes away, when the show ends, comment section opens. In the comment section, manage your name, leave a comment, anything you like, and I can see who's a channel member with the little symbols that come next to it, the little badges that go alongside it. And I've got to say, guys, this is probably the most beautiful card I have ever won. It's a card that I wish it was red. I wish it was rare and I could have kept it. It's an absolute beauty. SO5 utility isn't off the charts, but Icebreaker Omar Marmoush is a beast, is an absolute beauty of a card. About to go to AFCON, and I've got a feeling that there's going to be a special competition that requires these cards at AFCON. Egypt, I think I knew this anyway. It's one of these things that we all kind of know. without knowing, but I heard Carragher bringing it up, talking about Salah. But of course, Egypt, the most well-decorated club, or nation, I beg your pardon, in AFCON history, but Mo Salah has not climbed the mountain yet himself. And when I think about that, I remember following the likes of like Toure and Drogba. That Ivory Coast team was off the hook, and the one Everest that they did climb was winning an AFCON. It means a lot. It means, any continental competition means a lot to all those involved. But Marmoush, maybe playing second fiddle, you might say, but all the same, a superstar, all the same, a key player for Egypt going into AFCON. Icebreaker edition could be special. He's kind of struggling to get decisives at City at the moment, but he has had, he has done it in the Premier League. He has done it at City, and in Bundesliga he was wild, wasn't he? He's got all the potential you want him to have. The card is a stunner. You can just keep this for as long as time, really, and just wait for him to have some good game weeks when it comes along. You might have a Man City collection. You might be playing in season Premier League. You might even just want to use him in quick play. He has an L15 of 35, so he's not really been getting 10 AA off the bench, but let's be honest, a couple of dribbles and crosses into the box, he can get 10 AA off the bench. No two ways about it. So a lot of utility, and we won't get this spell of quick play with him, will we, by the time we give it away? Interesting. So anyway, that's what we've got today. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. Good to see you all live and loud. I just need to move some of the screens around here so I can see the live chat properly. But it should be a good one. Now, I've kicked on a little couple of minutes early. We always start these streams with me, kicking the door open, getting comfy, letting all you guys show up, smash the like button, drop your manager name and request in the live chat, and getting comfy and getting ready to rock for this one. But the reason I flipped on a little bit ahead of time, get the intro track out there, set the scene with Omar Marmoush. Now, if you're not a channel member, I do these shows every Thursday for the channel. It's mainly Thursday. Sometimes it changes, but not for ages. Let's not bring it into let's not speak it into existence. And it's all about you guys. We review galleries, we look at the market, we do all sorts of stuff. Oh, the studio thing on YouTube is kind of changed. This is interesting. Stream key and stuff like that. Poor connection. Interesting. Now, guys, let me know on your end how everything's working, because normally the screen I look at, it's just had a wee bit of a glow up. It's just kind of changed a little bit, and I'm not sure if I'm seeing the same information presented differently, and it makes me think something's wrong when it isn't, or whatever. But I was kind of goofing about and doing some stuff today, and I kind of followed on from, we did a live stream, we did a live kind of Road to Glory segment type thing, which will get published as a video in case any of you missed it. Says live streams. Yes, Antonio accepted the first bite of the cherry, by the way. Antonio, maybe that means we've gave away a wee bit too much, who knows. I'll show you what I picked up in a wee second, but when we're going through the Road to Glory stuff, where we're having a look ahead of the weekend, talking about streaks and competitions and yada yadas, all the rest of it, we picked up an Icardi, which we're going to use in the Coliseum probably now. I've kind of messed some stuff around. I took Davinson Sanchez out of it to flip the Icardi into it. I'm in two minds, guys. I'm on and off the fence with playing the winter thing, because I've got a wee pack of cards, by the way. This is only the last chance to do it before it resets is 4 days, so you would need to be quite aggressive to go for it. But as I was sitting looking at this, 2:30 I've got Kramaric, 5 o'clock I've got Davinson Sanchez and Icardi. So I could go bang bang 1 and 2 on Saturday. Not a big stretch to the imagination, already have the cards. On Sunday, if Marmoush hasn't given away yet, I just got Lionheart, and that's a bit of a spoiler, but Kjaergaard won't play. But so the second bunch of 2, we would need Schlager and McGinn. Need to check what their scores are. No, let's have just a peek here. McGinn's must be quite low, 47. It's not bad to get over 10 on that. And Schlager is 52. Again, clean sheet. That's not by the way. And then Marmoush off the bench, it's a bit risky, isn't it? Lionheart against Dortmund, 55 is a bit risky as well. But I think I could realistically, I think with what I've got sitting here, I could clutch this, I think. That means I would need 3 cards to stretch onto the last bit. And at that point of the game week, we would be finished with the Villa game, essentially. So we're looking at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Plenty of football still to go on Sunday. And have a look at Monday, by the way. Fenerbahce, Porto are playing. There's Porto. Man United, Bournemouth. So there's plenty of Monday action, but it's a real committed affair, because if I look at where the ice cards I do have been kind of just, just placed, unless I imagine I use them. We've got Coliseum, we've got the whole team kind of riding on the play, in fact, with McGinn and Schlager both kind of playing in that duet situation that we imagined just now. Kramaric is in a Bundesliga team. Again, a wee bit of a spoiler, we've kind of fleshed that out a bit. Davison Sanchez takes a prominent role in a team. And I suppose maybe that's it. We don't need him in there. We've got some other guys we could swap around. Kramaric I could do the same with now, in fact. Do you know what? I'm kind of half tempted, by the way. The Icardi one is a jailbait one, but because he's so low, like, if he comes off the bench all the time. But 42, like, if it was 35, I would feel a lot better about it, because him getting like up to him just doing that on AA is not happening. It's just not happening. He could, like, is there a conceivable situation where he could, if he had 35, yeah, he could maybe get there if he had L15 35 or below, but he's not a guy that does much, so you kind of need him to get a goal off the bench or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if his minutes went up at the weekend. He came off the bench against Monaco. How many minutes did he get in that match? He got 11. Yeah, I can see his minutes going up. In the league before that, he got 1 minute. Ouch. Against Fenerbahce before that, he got 1 minute. Ouch. USG, 90 minutes. Oh, he started that game, of course. Off the bench goal here at home in the league, 50 minutes. Yeah, I don't mind that. And against Ajax, he came off the bench. Yeah, and there's even a wee random chance he could just start. So Icardi's kind of interesting, isn't he? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll put that as a poll, right? And we'll come back to it. I'm not going to do anything too major about it. Yay or nay? With the little base I've got here, do we go all in? Do we go all in trying to chase it at the end? Let me know your thoughts and feelings. Smash the like button. But yeah, I was messing around with all this stuff the other day, and I got the Kramaric, as you will remember. I just kind of deemed that as the easy solution. But what I've went and done is I've actually just taken some of the Eredivisie cards that I'm not using anymore, as well as the Svanberg and the Honsak or whatever, the other guys I'd crafted that I'm just never going to use, let's be honest. And I traded them, and I got a Bazumana Toure, which I'm really happy with. And yeah, and I'm looking at this. Obviously, you can see I've put Vasilja in there. Scally's suspended for the weekend anyway, but I've kind of used that card with some value with Antonio and then some other loose ends. And I've managed to bring in Lionheart, who I didn't actually look ahead of time for. I just assumed it's better than Scally, who's suspended. I don't even know why I'm looking at this. Freiburg is what we want to see. Yeah, he should be playing. He should be fine. Lionheart. I think they've got a game tonight, don't they? They play Thursday nights. Yeah, they're playing Salzburg. So maybe just need to watch out for that kind of element into it. But anyway, he's the kind of backup defender I'd have liked to have. Austria in-season card as well. Goes with my Schlager, which is cool, as well as my Limers and Baumgartners and Sabitzers and everything. So that's fun. So I feel like this is like a good play now, and the reason I wanted this to become this, and I made the trades with the other spare parts that I had, is I'm on streak 2 now, and this team 1 I think is going to smash, right? But let's imagine Kramaric doesn't start and it is Asllani. I don't mind this team actually being like fine and good to go, and in different game weeks between these 3 Hoffenheim forwards, like there's always one of them that's going to play. And yeah, like I don't actually mind this as a kind of parlay, because that phrase is kind of in the ether at the moment, isn't it? That kind of situation. I'm maybe looking to change up Fabian Rieder for Johan Manzambi, just because I'm a big fan of him. He goes with the Lionheart. There's a nice kind of synergy that brings about. I'm still obviously open to winning different cards and unlocking potential that way, but now that I'm chasing down streak 2, I want 2 teams to try and have a bash for me, and if that can set me up even nicer for streak 3 as a result, I'll have more options, hopefully some better quality. Could throw Lionheart and quick play tonight. Oh yes, I could. What a shout. That could get me going. That could be part of the deciding factor, really. I've tried that already, and do you know what I did with late deadline is I swapped Schlager out of a team altogether, but it still had him recognised as being locked. Yeah. Or actually, Is it just because I've got them drafted in a team? That's interesting. I better go and take him out. Because even... Oh, that's maybe what it is. I've missed that late deadline now to swap that, haven't I? Yeah, bummer. Could have had Schlager going as well. Now, Schlager I don't think is a great option. And actually, Lionheart's probably the best one to go for. Just for tonight. So that's fine in its own little way. Let's just clear that team. It's not really too important. And then, yeah, let's even... Just as a placeholder, because if I drop Kramaric, I would just put in Bazumana Toure. And I don't mind this going after Streak 2 as a team. We know he's going to play. Aslani's dodgy. Kramaric is Ice Edition. So maybe just do that for now and move it to the side. And then go back to quick play. And yeah, Lionheart. I've got McGinn as well. Do they kick off at different times? So he needs a 65 tonight, which isn't beyond him. It's only streak 1, so well, if he busts it, it's not an issue, is it? What else is I going to check there? Sorry. I can't remember what it was now. Oh yeah, McGinn will be off 8 o'clock, yeah, it's no problem. He'll be off the bench most likely anyway. But yeah, let me catch up with the chat. So there's a bunch easier. So I've traded in Bazumana Toure, I've traded in Lionheart, and I feel that Bundesliga setup is just kicking and firing. We've got El Karauni to give away, and also on top of that, I traded some of the... No, actually, I think I traded a lot of the Eredivisie garbage for this guy. So this is probably like the best rookie in the Salzburg collection. And how did I trade this guy in 8 hours ago? Yeah, Jizz, Rustic, Hatteren. Straight swap, no cash. I actually quite like that. He's on a bit of a down at the moment. I think he had a wee bit of hype. Yeah, he had a wee bit of hype earlier this season, which is cool. Kind of off the boil at the moment, maybe injured or something, I don't really know. Traded some Eredivisie cards for him. And it's a rookie card, really nice rookie as well. Salzburg produce a bunch of them. Helps a lot with the collection bonus. And then earlier today, this guy was on for £3. Jersey edition, and don't know him from Adam, but why not, you know? And that pushes the Salzburg collection now over 3%. So with Salzburg, I've got those two guys. I've got Schlager, Kjærgaard and Kratzig. So a little lean bolster collection there. So wee bit of, would we call this degen? And it probably is, isn't it? After getting Davison Sanchez, we've had a wee bit of a splurge with some of our streak money, but for good causes, for good reasons. You know, a nice wee rookie coming in, boosting up the blah 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 blah. You can see all the stuff here, which is cool. But we do have some giveaway cards. So if we go to limiteds, one of the cards I traded away, I think, for the Bazumana Toure was Siganikov. I think he's injured for this weekend. But this Kare Kaburu is, again, probably the only relevant card, if you can even call him relevant, for Sociedad I didn't have, so just traded him out to the bot, or the trader, and then just got this guy for £2, another fancy special edition. But out the list we're looking for giveaway. Awesome. So we've got 6 cards. We've got Omar Marmoush, which is the headline act. Sofiane El Karauni, I'm giving away to a random comment on the MFL beginner tutorial that went out a week or 2 ago. If I can maybe just show you the video. Feel free to go and check it out. Please, if you are going to get involved in the giveaway, the reason I do this is to try and promote the content, which probably doesn't surprise you. But what that means is, if it gets views and likes, YouTube thinks it's a good video. Hopefully it knows it's a good video, if that makes sense. And then, yeah, it will just be found by people that might need that type of content. So if you go into it for 2 seconds and don't watch it and just leave a comment, it really hurts the video. It makes it look like you looked at the video and after 2 seconds thought it was shit and left. So if you could at least listen for like 3-4 minutes, it would mean a lot. Leave a comment, hit a like, and I'm going to pull a random comment out from this by the end of the stream today. So this one normally goes on. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, I'll probably do the El Karauni on the deadline show tomorrow. Last call for this one, right? So we'll do that for deadline show tomorrow. Please give it a wee 3 or 4 minutes of your time. If you could watch the whole thing, even better, of course. I'll be forever grateful. But at least if you could do that for me, that would be fantastic. But on the prize pool today is massive. We've actually got 5 cards in the giveaway slot. Now, Mainu, Nisbet and Sahiti all went unclaimed, or we've been told to roll them over. So we have these guys that we've crafted already, or Nisbet's case, he was donated earlier this season alongside Yave Galan as the booby prizes, and the top winner from the giveaway that we'll do for the channel members on this one will be the Marmoush. So a nice wee prize pool for this one leading up to Christmas, which is good crack. Great shout on the Lionheart in play tonight, guys. Love that. Please, Quinny, use the wheel. Yeah, I'll use the wheel. Fine. Or, oh, so El Caroni's on the video. Oh, use the wheel. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's definitely the... I kind of said it in the intro earlier. Yeah, you're right. The wheel is the way to do it. The wheel is the way to do it. Now, I'll set that up on the side, right? Wheel of names. Yeah, that's exactly what to do. Oh, nice. Now, I've got all the members from last time on it, but we've got new members, so I'll need to delete that and add new ones of these on. Now, this might take a wee second, guys. You might need to bear with me. Actually, yeah, I did say we'll do it towards the end. We have, how many requests do we have? There's a bunch here, by the way. Thanks to everyone tuning in. Smash the like button if you've not done so already. Hey, Quinny, Rico Man, James Johnson with a request. Hey, Quinny, can you look at mine? That's a Kai. Kay Samuel's got one. That's us up to 4. Reese Darrick, that's 5. Red or Dead, I think that's 6. Yeah, Mike, you're right. It's a bit annoying how it does that. I think I may have screwed myself on the Schlager. I may have had him pre-built for the weekend, and then with late deadline, I've like swapped him out to maybe just use him. It's probably better with Lionheart tonight than it is with Schlager, so it's no big deal really at this point. But yeah, that would have been a nightmare. Yeah, Kobe Minu's a nice card to win, and he's meant to be on the move in January, so it could be a very good one to pick up. Gregorus, if you're a member, you'll have like a Sorare card next to your name. The memberships are £1 a week, £4 a month. We do these streams every week. I give away all my limiteds that I win or craft or whatever to the channel members. We do early access on content and a few other bits and bobs besides that. It's £1 a week, £4 a month. And yeah, we'll do the wheel of names. There we go. Awesome. We've got a bunch of requests to fire through today as well. I think, yeah, if you just give me a wee moment, I'll just probably do this, because otherwise it'll be in the back of my head, it'll bug me. Memberships, and then where do we see your members? Download file. Yeah, it's a bit of a long download. A bit of a long way for a shortcut, this thing. Oh yeah, then I need to Excel and blah de blah. I'll go all the way, go. Yeah. File upload. Go on Google, hack me. Not that now, go away. Oi, let me know how you're feeling for midweek, everyone. Open with sheets. Thursday night's always a big one for me. I'll be away. I'll be doing a team sheet reaction for Celtic at 6:45. There we go. Speed. We're getting there, guys. Right, awesome. Copy. Wheel of names. Boom. There we go. Oh, yes, there we go. Wheel of names. This is all the channel members. This has been downloaded fresh off the press. So this is everyone who is a member right now. So the first winner will give away Omar Marmoush. Now I need to make a note of all this. So we've got Marmoush. Or do we work up to it? Mainu will be second, wouldn't he? Mainu. I'm going to say Nisbet Galan Sahiti. Nisbet Galan Sahiti. Yeah, I think I want to work up to this. So the first one that we'll draw will be Sahiti. Let me get back onto the chat. Oh, Paul Moorcroft. I guess I can add you in, mate. I guess I can add you in. Paul Moorcroft. There we go. Yeah. Well done, Polly boy. Don't know if you've got 2 spots. I don't know if you've got 2, by the way. If you've already been on it. Welcome to it says. So I guess that must be you in now. Sort. Oh, there we go. Paul, wasn't it? P. Paul Moorcroft. Yeah, I just typed that. You can see yourselves all there. It's in alphabetical order now. You can pause it and make sure you're there. Awesome. Right, so the first one, we're going to go with Sahiti. Good luck to you all. Thanks again to all your support. I'm glad we've got some good cards to give away today. Finley. No, yeah. Finley F. Sahiti. Finley F. Congratulations. Next one up is for Yave Galan. Oh, almost Jonathan, but it's Yon Beaton. Yon Beaton. Congrats to you. Next up is for the Nisbet Halloween edition as well. Oh, it's almost Charlie Dunbar, and it's finished on Chris Kilmer. Chris Kilmer. GG's to you. Next up, this is for Kobe Mainu. This is for Kobe Mainu. Ooh. Ernest. I'm not even going to try with the second name there. Ernest's. I'm just going to write the rest of it up here. Og Head Rats. It's a new one on me. Thanks for your support. Congratulations. And this is for the icebreaker, Omar Marmoush. Ooh, almost Harry Trades, I think, there, by the way. Narb! Congratulations. Narb. Well done. Magic. If you have just won, you will need to reach out to me and verify your YouTube account and all that good stuff, and we'll get the cards shipped over rapido. Love that, guys. Well done, and thanks again for all the support. It means a lot. But yeah, El Carouni is still on the MFL video, so if you want to get involved in that, that's open to all. Love it, Paul. Love that. Love it. Right, awesome. So let me go build up. The request sheet. So first of all, oh wow, most of you say nay, not to do quick play. Interesting. Rico Man was first in. Rico. Rico Man. After Rico, we've got James J. After James J, we're looking at Kai 887. I'll keep this chat in my eye, and I'll ignore this one once I've got the requests off it. Afternoon, 450 gallery targeting 13k Samuel. I need your name again, buddy. I'm going to just copy and paste that in case that is your Sorare name. If it doesn't work, then I'll remember whose place it was in the BQ. Yeah, I need your club name again, buddy. Howdy. Fist bump. Reese, good to see you. Luke Williams as well. Gallery name is Dyson Love. And what are we doing with you, Reese? I don't see any mad chat, but I'll put it in. It's not Dyson Love. Daz One Love, it is. Good to see you. Ciao. Matteo, Red or Dead, Mikey Boy, fist bumps on arrival, love that. Red or Dead, transitions and yada yadas, that's cool. Red or Dead, let's get you up. Cantona, kicker. Boom. But quick play though, I did hit first level, nice. Yeah, members for that, but El Carouni is open to anyone. The Mars Smaug, oh I don't know, if you've lost me there. Is it from the Prem strategy? I get, well, we won La Liga Essence at limited level, didn't we? But we seen the Premier League card and pulled it. Oh no, we didn't actually, it was blind. It was completely me knowing that that's where the best card was, with my ability to see the matrix. I think that's us up to speed. Awesome. Right, okay, so I've seen the chat. I'm up to speed with the chat. We've got the requests filled. We've got a wee bunch here. Let's just get stuck right into it. So Rico Man, you were first on the bat. Quinny, can you have a look at my contender limiteds? I'm going for streak 4, but struggling now that K and J are finished. Oh, okie dokie. Let's have a peek. Contender 4, Smasher Town. Contender limited. Where's the game week filter? Is that just a market? Oh yeah, no, here we go. Game week 35 we're after. And then positions, what we're looking at, a batch, and what if we flip it to all? Changes a bit, but it's not, yeah. Let's have a peek. Right, goalkeeper. What are we playing with? Nahul Noel. It's a classic against Bochum. Ryman as well. Jose Caro. In season, yeah, I think we need a classic. Oh, maybe not. Sorry, yeah, Ryman. Who are you playing? Magdeburg hosting Kiel at home. Magdeburg, they're going to face shots, aren't they? It's the thing with Ryman. He's an AA guy. So you kind of, the thing with, yeah, but a guy like Ryman, he's good for a 55, and if he can really bring it in, man. Kind of, yeah, in season as well, he's kind of like a great keeper choice, so that's nice. Nahul Noel, so maybe in a similar vein. Hanover, maybe a bit more secure. At 5th at home at 9th. Just don't really feel there's as much of a middle ground with Noel. That's a tough one, but you've got 2 good in-season goalkeeper options there, so I don't think that's anything for us to waste our energy on here between the goalkeepers. So in defence, highest average score, please. Right, this guy's an outlier, isn't he? Danulic we like as a classic, and I think their fixture's not brilliant. It's like Lausanne Sport, isn't it? I suppose they're 8th. It's like a 10-team league or something, but isn't it 12 teams maybe at the most? Matheson been a good scorer throughout the season. They flipped it in season defence. I'm not sure this is a region where you want a classic defender, unless it was like Naroki. You don't have Naroki. He's kind of flavour of the month right now, and I don't think he would be out of place in your in-season fold. So Naroki's a kind of easy shout. It's kind of in vogue now, isn't he? Midfield, I think we could consider classics in midfield, because you can just get a bit more smash out of them, can't you? Teddy's got a tough game, or not tough necessarily. He's not on to play it anyway, but not an easy game. Jesse Benet, wow, what an L5 he's carrying right now. Eat your heart out. And Grenoble are at home to Teji. Wanizek against Paderborn. Not a great game, but at home. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It's not screaming out streak 4 here, is it? Yeah, midfield is where I kind of get up to. Yeah, in a perfect world, Wanizek and Teddy are cool. This weekend, they're just not quite. Like, you could probably just use Wanizek's probably fine, but like, he needs to be kind of the worst guy in the team. Nollenberger looks like a good forward pick. Magdeburger at home, and they're not against a big team, so that he's probably quite okay, isn't he? So yeah, like defence, goalkeeper, and probably striker, you're probably going to be alright with, I think. Yeah, 13th, yeah, they're not imperious. This guy's been in form. It's not a bad shout. You'll know better than me if he's usable or not. He looks at me. But I think it's midfield that we're really... And the Rocky's a good kind of defence upgrade, I guess, isn't he? Let's just use this tab here as our market mover. Manager sales... Limited. You're in a sweet spot going for streak 4. It should be enjoyed. And then play the game week filter again. Try and fizzle out the J's and the K's and whatnots. Popular player we don't care about. We're going to go with highest average score just to try and... Yeah, and the Rocky at 13 quid is kind of a bit of a no-brainer, I think. Can we look at midfield especially? It feels like that's... Like this region, you've got to have big mids. Big mids. Bombast Conte is ripping, man. Wow. They're taking on Dusseldorf. Wow. This guy's got so much AA that one decisive brings him to 90. That is impressive. Yeah, that's a good game. Second at home at 15th. I like Bombast Conte. That's a good shout. Not on the cheap side, sadly. Enzo Leopold's maybe a bit more like... Yeah. Lucas Search. That's a name we've not said in a while. Cienza. We know he can do the part. Oh, it's in the championship he is as well. Interesting. 9th away to 23rd. He's been picking up form. I think we did him on the cheapest Sorare team video, didn't we? Oh, a rookie is doing well this year. Ange Tia. That's fun. And he plays for Ream. Yeah, 4th versus 3rd. Tough one. Theo Leone. Rather solid. Nathan Skeeta. Hat-trick. What did I tell you about this guy, man? What did I tell you? This guy's got a bit of something about him. Not a streak 4 guy, but... Yeah, midfield is kind of tough, isn't it? Yeah, this guy looked good a few weeks ago. I think he started really well, didn't he? Not super reliable, but can deliver. Yeah, so I think... Yeah, I think like Naroki, Bombas, Conte... are two great additions. Pozo's not bad, by the way. What's the fixture? Gorica against Osijek. Oh, 8th and 9th. Yeah, Iker Pozo is way worth a consideration at £2.60. Way worth it. £2.60 is very good. Bang for buck. Scienza is a very interesting card, by the way, if he's starting to work in the championship. I can't really take my eyes off that. But championship football, like, I'm not backing that for streak 4. Like, I couldn't do that, so I wouldn't ask you to. Marco Richter here. Going off the scale. 3rd at home to 10th. He's quite fun. £3 for him. I quite like that, actually. I think that's one I could get behind. Because he's a guy that scores well, but he's... well, I thought he had a bit... I thought I was going to look back to last season and see some goodness, but... yeah, he's not really had consistent goodness, has he? Who's this national team appearances for? Germany? Is that youth? 27, Jesus. Yeah, June 19. Got a bit of pedigree about him. Caught a bit of form now. Yeah, maybe I'm less excited about that than I was on Discovery there. But yeah, midfield's quite slim pickings. I think the Rocky at home, good game. Like, look no further. And if we're looking at the striker spot again, Nakamura's game's not brilliant, but he's quite reliable. He's not too dissimilar to the striker you've got already, but Nakamura's just a bit more Nakamura, isn't he? But yeah, this Nottenberger guy is good to go, I think. Barasatik's coming back. Omarovic there with an L2. And yeah, I don't... oh, Peter Gonzalez at Valladolid is starting to cook. Oh, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. He's got promise, by the way. And yeah, man, keep him on. If you're like got holes in your gallery, he's fun. La Liga 2, great calendar. Can kind of be a funny pair with that Chienza, because again, Championship and La Liga 2 got a fun little kind of crossover. How they work calendar wise are just quite excessive. Even Cardona is getting to a bit of form. He's playing for his bloody national team in the last window. Who's he? No, he's not French. Against Poland. Malta. Hilarious. Hilarious. He plays for Malta alongside Teddy. That's a boss little double play, isn't it? We'll check the second page in case anyone's here. Rico. Mohamed Dak, by the way, he's somebody I would just buy, honestly. Like, see when he gets played, he was unreal in Challenger when he was in Denmark. Went to Ajax, or I can't remember how it all went for this guy actually, but in Ligue 2, when he gets his shit together. Yeah, France wasn't that great, was it? It was, yeah, Reims in Ligue 1 after, where was he before? Was it Ajax? Copenhagen? Yeah, Copenhagen. Yeah, he was Ajax. He's got Ajax cards, but he played at Copenhagen and was a monster. At £1 for an in-season forward like him, I think that's a very easy pick-up if you're playing contender in-season. Limited especially. Yeah, I think that's about the size of it, Rico. I'm not too sure there's much else I can see here from the market. Maybe Jordan James. I seen him there as well. Was he on the midfielder section? The Welsh Ren card, wasn't it, in the early access? He might be a forward, so yeah, no, he was here. £6 for him. He is at Leicester. Ooh. For streak 4, I'm not mad about him more than any, like, the kind of guy he is. At home, bring it on, really, isn't it? I've got a Teak Classic, Inigo Vicente. Yeah. I did kind of focus on midfield classics when I was looking at that, didn't I? Sorry. Yeah, you'd be better placed to work out classic spots in that regard. I think there's some good kind of cheaper options here. I think some of them are worth paying up for. Pozo's a fun one at £2, just cheap in season. But Streak 4, like, if you're not confident, man, maybe just slide it. Build the team, wait for the better fixtures to come around. There's a few fixtures here that are good. Like, I do like Conte's fixture. I do like the Hanover fixture is like one to lean into. 5th at home at night. No, there was somebody else whose fixture was a bit cleaner. I can't remember who it was now. It may have been that Bombast Conte. It was like second versus bottom or something, wasn't it? But yeah, Albaras, Richter, is it maybe him? 3rd versus 10th is good, man. It's a hard region. It's a kind of hard region to buy bosses in. Benacer should be the man, but he's meant to play the weekend. He's probably worth the multi-entry. He's definitely not Team 1, but Benacer's a great guy for like Team 3. So I don't think you really want him even in Team 2, but if he's on it play, like, he could be that, you know. It's not really a big stretch. Is this even against the same team? It is. They beat him 4-1, he didn't get decisive, he brought in 72. Like, so I would firmly have him in the reckoning. And like I say, Wanizek's good for Team 2, great in Team 3 probably this game week. Could be used in Team 1, you know, at home to 4th. It's not a write-off. It's just not like, oh, let's go and focus on it, you know. Yeah, so many names just not doing the business. You're right there. They're all very streaky. It's long seasons in these divisions as well. You know, no one does it for 42 games in the season or 38 or whatever some of them are playing. They are streaky. Like, even Wanizek, if you look at him, like, he's got a good floor, which is what's good about him, but he does go through little patches of madness and greatness. You know, it's not like this all the time. You know, how long did we go back here for proper peak potential? He has also aged. Some of this is Bundesliga, some of it's Bundesliga 2, but yeah, none of them smash like consistently week after week after week. There's always got to be a wee period where somebody's just shit, the team's crap, the manager's sacked, the goalkeeper's chucking them in the net, that kind of thing. Now, I know we've not been on for too long, but I have just been outrageously attacked by the hungers, so I might just dive away for a quick moment and just chew something. But Rico, I really like your, like, I love the fact that you're on streak 4. If I was you, like, it's a kind of tough one, isn't it? Because you kind of do need to buy, don't you, with your Asians going to sleep. You've got 3 in-season keepers here. You've got classics out the hoo-ha. And I think in similar, we've spoken about this quite a few times, but as I was about to say it, I can hear Harry's voice because Harry was talking about this quite recently also. But you're kind of not just looking at streak 4, because if you hit it, you're then looking at streak 5, and it's to do that. I think with these types of regions, challenger, contender, multi-entry is your best friend, because the variance, the rotation, the force majeure is off the chart. You need 3-4 teams popping, and one of them should get over the line, you know. Mason, no, I didn't, buddy. I did not. Let me scroll back. No, I don't think you've been in the chat, Mason. Yeah, I don't see you, buddy. Maybe it's more recent and I just missed it. No, Mason, I've not seen any messages from you, mate, until right now. And 13, Samuel K. You've not given me your club name as well, buddy, for when we get to you. But yeah, good luck, Rico. Good luck. I think you kind of probably, yeah, you're either sitting it out and waiting for like the stars to align for it next with the teams you had there, like Magdeburg and Le Havre, or you kind of just, you need to reinforce the ranks. Croatia comes back a little bit before Bundesliga 2, if memory serves me right, in terms of winter breaks and such. Championship and La Liga 2 obviously run throughout. Pierre Gonzalez had a good game, I remember. But aye, my tummy's even making mad noises and stuff. Give me 2 seconds, everyone. I'll put the shiny Marmoush on screen so we've got something nice to look at. But I'll be back in 2 seconds. How long have we even been on for, by the way? Yeah, that's embarrassing. Sorry, guys. I thought I was well set and ready to go, but out of nowhere, yeah, I've missed it. I've missed a wee chance to get some grub in. Bear with me. BRB. Oh, thanks for that, everyone. Where are my manners? James J. Let's have a look at it. Hey, mate, can you look at my gallery for going for Streak 4? We're in good form for that. Eredivisie and Jupiter. Or Jupiler. Jupiter's funner to say, isn't it? More fun. Autocorrect as well, I think normally gets you with it. I'm guessing it's limited. Just going to click on the rares first of all. Or boom. I guess Sorare knows better. Yeah, the website's been made. They've made some nice additions to it, haven't they? But they've still got some kinks and some bugs in it. I'm sure it's still limited, but I'm just now annoyed that it won't show me the rares for some unknown reason. Maybe they're all in your vault. Right, let's have a peek. Goalkeeper. And let's start with whatever one we find first. Jupiler. Piano. Love that. Against Zoot at the weekend. Yeah, these goalkeepers are like... Yeah, this is multi-entry out of its face, Jupiler, because like, predicting who's actually going to do it is the hard bit. McAllister's in great form. I would expect him to be in good fettle. Smets is the man. Sees is playing. Yeah, defence, I think, for multi-entry, like you've kind of got all the main runners and riders. We'll have a look at the market, see if anyone else is kind of relevant. Yeah, midfield is where we're going to need to look at, isn't it? Because for 4 lineups, a classic hands and a in-season hands is cool. A classic Zorgan, an in-season Hasbo. Ito is popping. Hainan, yeah, you're maybe just about 4 teams, but this is maybe the position where we could pluck somebody out specifically for the fixture and the form and the price and all that good stuff. And then for up front, we're doubling up on Stoikers to Zolis. Ehrenberg is probably worth a take in one of the spots, in fact. So yeah, we're probably going Ehrenberg, double to Zolis and a Stoikers, which is pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't really worry about the strikers. So yeah, I think midfield, if we're having a look at trying to get Streak 4 in Belgium, it's maybe the main thing I would like to buff out of your options here. Midfielder Belgium. Peatford against Genk. Who's the team that we want to be targeting? Let's reverse engineer this a bit. We'll go into Belgium. And the table does not lie at this time of the season. Dender and Cercle and Leuven. They're the 3 guys. Oh, Leuven, poor guys. Leuven, Cercle, Dender. So we're targeting. Cercle are at home, Leuven are away to Liège, and Dender. Oh, Dender Brugge. Oh, you're going to be alright, man. You're going to be alright. With Tizolis and the Vanikins and whatever. Yeah, Team 1 and Team 2, you're probably going to cook, man. You're probably at a pretty sweet spot. Liège is kind of semi-interesting, I suppose, being at home at Leuven, but Liège are they're no real deal themselves, are they? St Truden in second. They were playing somebody on the lower end of the scale, weren't they? Anderlecht, they're away. It's funny how my mind thought that. Poor Anderlecht, how the mighty have fallen. Interesting. Yeah, so you've kind of... Is there anyone else in the Bruges midfield? Stankovic is kind of meh, isn't he? Especially for Streak 4. Just doesn't bring decisives to the party, does he? Noah Mbamba, he's done some scores recently. Excuse me. I'm going to be holding his breath for the weekend, right enough. On your Dika, He's alright, but maybe not the fixture for him. I like the boy Tatrawi, very cheap at £6. His AA is pretty undeniable. Taking on USG, taking on Zorgan. Yeah, he's maybe like the... Maybe if you don't fancy Hainan for your last lineup, I'd maybe take Tatrawi over Hainan for final lineup, if that's the situation. But otherwise, yeah, you've probably actually... With how powerful Bruges is, like Vanaken's, you're going to be fine, man. Belgium's going to be cool. Right, let's switch it up. Let's have a look at Eredivisie. Let's look at the Deutschlands. I keep doing that. We shouldn't call them Deutschland. Oliver, the giveaway we do is for channel members. So we did the wheel of names already in the stream. You can scroll back, you'll see it. Swapping spaces in the queue. Love the community we've got here, eh? Right, let's have a wee peek. Eredivisie. Oh, this is the market we're on, isn't it? Yeah, your strikers are cool. Yeah, you're alright, aren't you? It's just like team 4 midfield, maybe. Is maybe where... Because like team 1, you're probably going... You can even go double Bruges defence. Season, Michele, Vanaken. Maybe like another Bruges fullback wouldn't be a bad move. Who's the other one? Seas and Sequay, isn't it? Sequay's back playing. Maybe go a double defence option. He's not been great, but he can be good. He's looked good in the past anyway. Yeah, he's threatened to be a good player for a while. Yeah, last team is maybe what we're thinking about with that. But yeah, Seas, Michele. I'm sure there's another one that's alright. Spielers maybe or something. Smets. Yeah, like I really think you're going to be alright with this. Eredivisie. In goals, we're looking at Kovar against Heracles. Oh, that's an interesting one. Heracles kind of let us down last week, but you know they're ready to bounce back. That's just the way they do it, isn't it? Kreta's taking on Telstar. He feels like a really good pick. Unerstal, and yeah, you've got 4 teams of in-season goalkeeper, essentially. That's great. In defence, we've got El Karouni. I don't think they've got a great game at the weekend. Oh, they do. Breda. Interesting to see how they go tonight before really thinking about where he is in the pecking order. But Mauro Jr. and Gasarowski, PSV Heracles, like, yeah, defenders are going to smash for you. Smil, Watanabe, Dest even. Like 4 teams of defence. I don't think you're going to have much of an issue. I don't think you're going to be struggling for bodies or quality. Maybe by the time you get to the 4th team you're playing a hunch player, but I don't think you really get slim pickings there. Veerman, Resync. Who's he? Wow, yeah. Who's he playing? Volendam, another good game potentially. Tell and shooting. Hrusic has not got a good game. Yeah, maybe midfield is a bit sensitive here, isn't it? Now Veerman gives you that kind of double Vanaken energy that you've got in the last team, but you don't really have the Zorgans and stuff like that, and unless we're going to go double striker everywhere, I'm not sure you've got the midfield to go single mid for all those lineups. Yeah, we can go double striker here, I think. Quite comfortably. You've got Pepe, Saibari, Haj Musa, Lauritsen, Ueda, Taha. Yeah, again, man, I think this is alright. Again, midfield is probably where my focus is drawn. If we double check on defence one more time. Yeah, you could play double defence and stuff. And take a single midfield across 3 teams probably quite comfortably with like 2 double strikers, a double defender. And then the last one, you're maybe, yeah, you're probably, yeah, if you're going like Veerman, Resync. And then last team, you're probably looking at like Till and or Till and Timber. Oh, Timber's playing Ajax. Yeah. So I actually think they're quite well set here as well. But I think midfield's maybe the only one where, like, if you wanted to play, I think the only problem comes if you wanted to have Veerman and Resync in the same team. I think that's the only time you give yourself a problem. Otherwise, I think, James, you're kind of cooking. Let's have a wee peek at the fixtures. Is there anything we could, like... Cause that's one thing I did find about Eredivisie for the Duo Connect thing, is Eredivisie is exploitable. Can be. Telstar, Breda, Heracles, Volendam's Wall. I think you've got a good footprint against those guys already anyway. Telstar against NEC. Volendam, Groningen. You've got that Taha and stuff like that, don't you? Heracles, PSV. You're all over that. And Breda, Utrecht. You've got El Karauni. I don't think you really want anyone else out of that picture. So yeah, I actually think the fixtures are right on you. Right in your favour. What fixture do you not have exposure to you would want? Not really sure there is one actually. Maybe Satara against Zwol. A wee Mohamed Ahataran. He's good for 10 AA. Likes a decisive. Is a fun guy. Did Mishu play this game as well? Mishu. AA is quite firmly there, isn't it? Less decisive, but fair play to him. Tough opponents and all that as well. So yeah, like I think that's probably what you're missing out on, if anything, isn't it? Not much. After James, we get to Kai. Kai Pierce. Hi Quinny, you looked at my gallery a couple of weeks ago. Haven't been able to make any changes yet, but I'm going for 5th streak this weekend. I have £100. Could you suggest some players? Yeah, cool. I'm guessing with such little cards, it should be obvious what streak we're going for. She didn't tell me that. I think it's going to be my region, isn't it? We're looking at a wee bit of Charlie. I think we are. Must be 5 streak Charlie. Love that. Right, okay. Let's look at what we're cooking with. £100 budget as well to reinforce. It should be pretty good going, I think, by the way. Right. Schmeichel won't play this weekend, yeah, so we better put that filter on because there's no Celtic. So you've got Ederson, decent game at home at Konyaspor. Costa, great game. And Silva, who are they playing? They are at home. Oh yeah, 3 great keepers. 3 great keepers. Triple entry for this one. 8 defenders across 3 teams. Lagers has got a great game. Skriniar, very usable. Kiwior, very usable. Never mind Inacio. Otamendi. Oh, yeah, that's a good game as well if he's on to play. Hauke, I think he's getting a bad game. Falkirk, yeah, could be alright. Yeah, like you could go triple defence in a lineup or two. Like Kiwior and Lagerbielke, for example, is probably the 2 best ones on fixture. Skriniar could be a single defender, then you could go double defender with like Otamendi and Inacio. I don't think they would like to play in the same team though, so maybe you mix it up with Skriniar or whatever. But against 3 teams, you could go double defence twice and be really formidable. That's how good your defence is. In midfield, it does look like a single midfield type of build here. Cammy Devlin, Hakan Calhanoglu, that's like team 1, team 2, and with Pote, you're probably looking at team 3, aren't you? Maxime, not on to play. Are you interested in Raskin against Hibs? I wouldn't be. And if we're thinking one team could be, yeah, you're looking at Osman and a classic. Pavlidis could be alright. But yeah, if we're using a wee bit of classic here, it will get muddy. Yeah, I think an in-season mid is what you need to help your lineup building. Because Devlin's cool. Devlin's cool, right? Very usable. Poite, very usable. But I feel with some of the forward options here, or maybe in-season forward. Yeah, let's go route 1. Actual in-season forward is the thing that's missing there. Poite is out. Inacio might not play. Rico man, love the intel. So yeah, no Poitier really. Oh, that puts a bit more emphasis on midfield then, doesn't it? Because he's in season also. Calhanoglu, who are interplaying? Genoa. He's not even. Oh, no Calhanoglu expected. Yeah, so those. Yeah, so midfield actually. So Devlin's your top mid right now. Yeah, midfield. Midfield. We need SOS. Now Asensio is meant to be back for the weekend, but I think, I guess you're on a big streak. It's about hunches. Oh, Taffiner. Oh, Charlie. Charlie, wouldn't you believe it? Me and Harry were just chatting about this guy as well. He is ripe. He is ripe. I'd be buying Taffiner, by the way. Maybe not for your top team or something, but £7. Very good looking guy. Sims here at £9. Obviously they've got the break around the corner. Oh yeah, he's maybe even not got a game this weekend. Let's go and put that game week filter on again. Talise gets £6. Laszlo Benes. Interesting. Not something I would run after, but Forholt is good because he's just like reliable. He's like the star of the show, isn't he? Oh, Denmark's Cup this week, is it? Zubkov's kind of interesting without being spectacular. Same with like Armstrong and a few of these other guys. I really like Clement Bischoff for this weekend. They are away, at home to Pellets. He's on to play. He's quite an exciting left winger, left wide player. £2. I really like Borja Sainz as a mid or a forward for you, if we know he's going to play. Same with Gabriel Sara. If we know he's going to play, they've got a decent match at the weekend. Yeah, against 13th. I think Sudakov would be a great shout. He's away from home. Don't actually even see him on the market here, but even as a classic, he might be more reachable. Yeah, Taffiner's been viable ever since Austria came on. Like, he has been consistently like a solid wee guy, and just season on season, he's had bad. He's had bits where he's not been fine, hasn't he? But this goes back. If we had Sorare data, you'd see like he's just been like on a career progression path. He's getting better and better all the time, year on year. I can probably say this in this stream because nobody's really going to like cut my grass or whatever. But I was saying to Charlie when I was just chatting about stuff, doesn't matter about the whole chat, but I was saying to him about proposing this guy as a defender for Wilfred Nancy, essentially, just because of ball playing. If you look at all of his stats over the years, he takes sets, he's very good defensively, blah 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 blah. But anyway, I didn't know his L2 was like that, but I've just been I think the form leading up to that, and I thought, this guy's slept on, man. He gets better every season. He's been lifting that floor year on year. Anyway, he's not that super great. Asensio should be back for the weekend, the manager says that, but Talisca, I would take Talisca, by the way. I think he's very good for Team 3 and Team 4 any week. I expect him to play against Bran, and then he's going to be 50-50 for Monday night against Asensio, but for Team 3, Team 4, that's not really an issue. This Amani has come in and replaced that Sangar relatively well, if you're into that kind of guy. Similar to your Cammy Devlin type. Forholt was fine without being spectacular again. Amin Harit is starting to come alive. Yeah, that's a good one, by the way, at £3. Amin Harit. Not a great game for them specifically for the weekend, but it's a nice midfielder. Gets AA. Hjumland, I think you had Hjumland already, didn't you? Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this guy. I suppose he's in that kind of Devlin mould, isn't he? With more he's probably more decisive than Devlin, isn't he? Yeah, I kind of sleep on this guy. I'm just not that excited about him. Same as Enzo. Like, I'm not really thinking about them too much. Is Horvat worth kind of really reckoning? Austria Vienna at the weekend? Ugh, I wouldn't be holding my breath on using him. Yeah, I think it is midfield that's the spot to... Zalazar, if you know he's going to play, he's got a great fixture. Red card against Rangers. Yeah, so he's on for this weekend. Zalazar's a good shout. He's a good one for a tenner. He's quite flaky though, isn't he? Don't mind Josh Mulligan, but they're playing Rangers. I'm going to check it forward quickly as well, because I wasn't mad buzzing about your forward selections there. We'll just check what they were one more time, just to refresh myself and everyone else watching. Yeah, so in season Duran, yeah, like Kerem should play. Classic, yeah. Wow, look at Horta. Again, this guy will go through a wee patch again where he's doing like this again, you know. It's just football, man. Wow, Czerny's hit a big score recently. Asensio forward in the packet, that's interesting. Forgot all about that. Oh, El Bilal Toure is on form. Rather cheap. Trabzonspor at the weekend's not a great game, but big player, big game, big score. You know how it goes. Maswanise, £6, maybe. Oh, Big Paul. He's a top scorer in bloody Turkey. He's a top scorer in Turkey, is he not? Oh, Big Paul. Big Paul for a fiver. Yeah, that's a good get. Big Paul for even Shankland for £8. I think it's very good value for you. Yeah, I would sincerely look at those two. Everyone else, there's a few other guys here that are halfway usable as well, but I wouldn't mess about. That's all the guys I would consider. Sané is nice as well. Suarez is great. Didn't mention them, but they're there on screen. £100. Who are we spending £100 on to make this better? I'm probably taking Horta. Who are they playing again? Besiktas. Oh, he's not on to play. Big Paul. Oh, that's why he's cheap. Has he got injured or something? Big Paul's injured. Watch out for that. Yeah, I'm probably buying Horta. I think Zalazar makes sense with Horta. But I think really all fit and available, Asensio's the man here. But he's just not nailed. He should be back for this game. And that doesn't really kind of gives you a problem rather than helps you out with one. Sudakov. Let's go and check him out. Why is he? Has he not got any listed, or are we blind to him? What's going on? Oh, no one seasons for sale. Classic Sudakov for £8. I would add that in. Sporting Trincao. Yeah, that's a great shout as well. You had the classic there, didn't you? Because Sporting are playing somebody good, aren't they? Yeah. We want Trincao. Oh, Trincao's cheaper than Horta. Yeah, I'm probably taking Trincao and ditching Horta. If he's cheaper, yeah, that makes less sense. Yeah, if I've got 100 quid to spend, I'm taking Trincao. Definitely taking Trincao. We've got Osman for a team. We've got Trincao for a team. Duran can be in a team, and the other Trincao can be in a team. So that means 2 classic spots are taken. And for the 2 that aren't, Sudakov Classic will work really well. Cami Devlin works well for 1. Hjulmland, I guess, works well for 1. And for 3 teams, that's quite good. Yeah. Sudakov Classic, Trincao in season. No Inacio you mentioned earlier. I think we can work around that with what's here. So yeah, Sudakov and Trincao. I think are my moves on that. I like the Fenerbahce boys. I like some of the Porto guys, obviously. But I'm not sure any of them are like super bankable. Salzburg are looking really good this game week. But I'm not sure any of their players are really smashing. Liner's very good, and you've got enough defenders, I suppose, don't you? Baidu's a forward in season. I think he's quite cheap as well, all things considering. Tenner for the Ice Edition, £4 secondary. This guy's not bad either. Good game this weekend. They're playing Freiburg tonight, but at the weekend they play Pellets. Samu, is he even starting much? Have they not been playing that Turkish sounding kid that they're trying to flog for Joe Felix money? Oh, 2 seconds, my doors went. 2 seconds. Just a wee Christmas card through the post. I like Samu. I would get him for myself, personally. Spain internationals probably get quite a big career ahead of him, probably destined for the Prem. Looks like he's on to... Oh, yeah. Trincao and Samu. Trincao, Samu, Sudakov Classic. Oh. Lager BLK. In defence, or Skriniar even, to get away from Turkey, you know, Portugal. And yeah, you're probably taking Diego Costa in goals, aren't you? That would be sick. Yeah. Samu, double in season forward by Samu, Trincao, classic Sudakov. I think I still want an in season mid. What in season mids do I like? So I keep thinking to myself, it's Asensio and stuff, but staying like, for chasing a streak, it's hard to run at them. Tafner's really hard to really stand up in this conversation, but I think we see the kind of value he offers at the price point he's at. Yeah, maybe like Zalazar, Forholt. I like Gabri Vega, but God knows he had an ankle injury. I don't know if he's in or out the team at the moment. It's a bit of a nuisance, to be honest with you. Clement Bischoff, we mentioned before. I would maybe take him if I was taking somebody from Salzburg, in fact. Gabriel Sara. You guys are all telling me Mikey Moore's going to do great for Rangers again, so he's quite cheap at £4 if you fancy that. And yeah, I think this is kind of the end of the road, really, isn't it? This is the guy that scored against Celtic. He's a rookie. I got the assist. It's Horvat, wasn't it, that scored it? He played good against us, by the way. I didn't realise he was a rookie. Roska. He'll be good. He's Polish as well. I'm going to buy that. Not the limited, but... Szymanski's going to be leaving the club as well. Might get one of him, depending on where he goes. I'll probably better get one now in case he goes somewhere cool. Don't really want him to go to Champ. Kind of want him to go to... Where do I want him to go? Maybe like Braga or something, because it doesn't interfere with the other players I've got playing. Yeah, I don't think there's much else here to discuss. But yeah, 100 quid and some change. Get those reinforcements in. You're cooking. Maybe the last thing I would say with the whatever cash is lying around thereafter, get a Scottish keeper. Swallow. I'd probably just get Swallow just for... Yeah. I'd probably get Swallow. I like Bane. Bane's fun. But yeah, Hearts are kind of built on a defence. Mitov as well. Mitov or Swallow. Buy one of them as well in season. Gets you a fourth lineup out, and it'll give you Scottish coverage. You know, you've got Devlin. There's maybe one or two other pieces you could use as well that we've filtered out with this, I think, because of Celtic. So yeah, get a Scottish keeper. You may even have actually Schmeichel, come to think it. Yeah, ignore me. Don't need a Scottish keeper. Maybe if you do for this weekend, you want the fourth team out. Swallow and Mitov both under a tenner. 13k Samuel, where are you? Ferran, love that comment. I used to say in every live chat, no matter whose stream it was, no matter when it was, I used to like fist bump, and then the first thing I would say would be, "Did I miss anything?" I just thought it was a funny thing to say. So when I seen that comment from you, Ferran, it made me laugh. Motherwell mids are a decent shout. Sorare Holland with a Sudakov as well. Yep. Good shouts. Taffner is insane, says Severino. Uh, 13 S Cameo 15. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your club name, buddy. We're on you. It's your time. Are you still here? I think you've just said something. Yeah, you did. I need your club name, buddy. D1872 with some of the fixture analysis. Love that in the chat. I need your club name, buddy, and ideally something you want us to look at. I see you're still here. Daz One Love and Cantona Kicker are the other ones left on. We've got Mason Miller as well. I'm not too sure where Mason's meant to be in the order. To be honest, who was it that was saying that to Mason? I don't know if I even see that person's request now. Reece J. Darrick. Where was Reece J. Darrick? Oh, Dad's One Love, that's you. Cool, awesome. Just make sure I'm getting my getting my order straight, my housekeeping. Torador, I did see it actually. I think I was mid-sentence and I thought I'll come back to that. There we go. Jesus, that's a username and a half, mate. I was going to say I won't forget that, but I will, but I won't. If that makes sense. Hey Quinny, for the Scottish League, do you look into the league table for fixtures? Like, is there a couple of teams that are shocking compared to others? Yeah, every game's a fight, Robert. Scotland's quite hard to predict. Teams, it can be kind of easy to predict, like, the players. Like, see, like Motherwell, for example, like, the results don't really matter too much for some of their guys. Like, if they're playing well, they're playing well. So, it's kind of, yeah, Scotland's kind of weird that way. Unless you're Celtic or Rangers. If you're anyone else, it's kind of like, do you have a stretch of fixtures where you don't play Celtic and Rangers together? Like, you play 6 games in a row and you don't see Glasgow? Kind of thing, you know. Livingston are quite there for the taking, though, it must be said. So we've got a £450 gallery. It's targeting both 3 lineups in rare, 2 La Liga, 1 Bundesliga. Smart for streaks, sometimes work next step is 1 extra Bundes. Okay. So we've got La Liga, Bundes, La Liga. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, let me read that again. It's targeting 3 lineups. Yeah. Yeah. The strategy's smart. Let's have a look at it and see how it's sitting at the moment. Dimitrovic and Sorare, 2 quality goalkeepers. 3 great defenders, 2 in-seasons and a classic. Forwards are kind of fine, aren't they? The midfield is obviously where I'm looking right now, isn't it? I do think with the strikers, like Simeone's had a good little spell recently, didn't he? More than a good little spell. I think he got Player of the Month as well, didn't he? So he's, not to be underestimated, I think. This guy, I'm not too sure how long we put faith in him as like a top team pick for you. Seems to be working alright now. Fine. Perry Mia of Espanyol. Again, Espanyol don't score lots. If they are scoring, that tends to be him, I suppose. But yeah, so this is nice. You get 2 teams out of this, and if you don't need to worry about one of these guys being missing, you've got two nice outfits there. If we look at Bundesliga, and you're thinking your next step is the second team here, we've got Schwabe in goals. We've got 2 good defender choices to pick from. We've got 2 nice mid choices. And, for where Bundesliga forwards are, both classics, aren't they? They're the only classics. Yeah, interesting. So you've went classic forward, and you've got rotation options. You're basically picking. Yeah, I really like how you've did this. This is going to organically become 2 teams in a couple of cards' time. I wouldn't try and push this just yet. I think that's great for 1 team. I would actually, in terms of like where you're at and stuff like that, I would kind of be looking at La Liga, because this one's more developed right now, and you have 2 entries going out. If one hit, you're just more likely to get some movement going. So I think for this, I'd be looking at La Liga mids and in-season Bundesliga forwards. What scarcity are we looking at again? Rare. I thought it was rare. Position, midfield, competition, La Liga. Now, there's some nice injury discount going on here. Olmo came back with a bang. Is out again until after the winter break, essentially. Ferminator, I think, is okay, but Lo Celso injured at the moment. Llorente injured at the moment. Braze is Braze, man. You can always rely on this guy. Braze is just cool. He's fine and playing. Cheap enough. Baena, is he back out again? Jesus, Jimmy's. That's a shame. Pepelou's been quite cool. Almeida, we were speaking about them recently. Then at the weekend, they both bottled it, didn't they? Absolutely crapped the bed all over the place. Aaron Barry and Sorare, again, I'm fans of both of them. For La Liga, I would try and be a bit more adventurous with the mid and try and get somebody that's, you know, upper level. Like, again, this year I've been semi-obsessed with guys that don't play midweeks for these types of budget road to glory elements, because you just don't want moving pieces. You just don't want other mitigating circumstances that could just ruin your plans, your forecast of like, oh, they've got 2 Champions League games in the next week, they need to rotate, and oh, my guy's not playing, and then it's midweek, but I've not got a streak there, and I've not got a goalkeeper there, or yada yadas, you know. Like, so if you've got budget and time, I like a guy like Olmo, maybe not Olmo specifically, you know, but I like trying to get into the highest caliber of player possible. Because Brais Mendes at 40 quid, I find that quite hard to pay personally. But he's really reliable. But it's just, yeah, like Pepelu and Almeida, you can get the pair of them for 35. I'd rather do that as an example, for whatever that's worth. Although the Almeida guy, IRL, I'm not actually much of a fan of, but SO5 wise, he does perform. And then I'd be looking at a German in-season forward, and the reason I would say a German in-season forward on top of what you've got there in Bundesliga is that can then open up a different classic spot for you, and then you've got real versatility all of a sudden, or even just the flexibility to go into the market as and when for a classic of any position, you know, depending on who it is we're talking about, is something that you will probably want available to you if you hit the first streak with this little team as it's building up, you know. You've got Dompe and you've got Butler, isn't it, or Bulter. Just trying to see if there's anyone like Waldschmidt actually is. If he keeps this up, Waldschmidt's living his best life, isn't he? Not expected to play in Leverkusen, but he's 11 quid. Does well in Bundesliga too. He's doing well in Bundesliga. This guy went to Benfica for a lot of money. This guy has techers. He is good, but not been that inspiring. Hoffenheim forwards, we spoke a wee bit about them at the beginning of the show. Amora at 40 quid. Again, it's just the price point, I think, for a lot of these guys. Mbangula, I like at 26, but he doesn't start often enough right now. Ansar Knauf is a terrible forward card on Sorare, sadly. For a guy that can be quite effective and a bit of a match winner, just never really brings what you need, sadly. Chanuzan, 80 quid. You'd think he'd be a bit cheaper after some injury action, eh? Dompe. Yeah, we could go. Dompe is 33 quid. You've got him as classic, so you could just buy his in-season. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Bayer at 20 quid. I've often spoken about from my own. Road to Glory is good value. Now that Conrad Harder scored, his price has moved. Wow, this guy Honsak's listed at 20 quid. That's mental. Icebreaker. I suppose at 41 he's maybe worth a punt, isn't he? What are you guys saying to me, by the way? Quick play, most of you are saying aye. Yay. I don't think there's any like standout candidates here, is there? Oh, we've had a super chat. Mohammed Hassan, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really means a lot, buddy. Cheers to you, my man. Hope you have a good night wherever you are. This guy has been linked to somebody. Somebody was about to sign this guy. Max Morissette. Morissette. Is that how you say his name? News. Frankfurt interested. And when Frankfurt are interested in a guy, oh yeah, he's a good guy to get in on, I think. 6 quid. If he go, you know, guys, we all know what Frankfurt do with these signings. Frankfurt know their shit. 6 quid. I'm tempted to just buy him myself, since I've got a wee Hoffenheim forward cohort getting built right now. But Matanovic, Tidium Gomis and Nathan Tella, are all kind of interesting at this price point, although they don't really help you out totally. Duranville as well, by the way. Good that he's cheap at the moment, perhaps. Yeah, Doomby at £33 isn't bad bang for buck there at all. Saeed El Mala has really ran away in price before the hype around him. Lamperla's not bad, it's just not nailed to play. But yeah, that's the next kind of moves I would make with what you've got and where you're at, buddy. Funny enough, I quite like my Tumeni Mia Edu collection. Will Asula to Frankfurt. Ooh. Lagerbielke benched. Is that for tonight? Bummer. Asula to Frankfurt could be a good one to get in front of. Because he is like the Ekitike mold, isn't he? He's a big lad as well. This is maybe one to sleep on for later. He's only got a 20 quid Halloween edition sitting there. I like these guys as well, but like, you're just with two goalkeepers to only have two midfielders. It's too restrictive. You need another mid. There's no two ways about it. You should read his message too. Is that Hassan's? Stuttgart boys from Bosnia out injury. Dompe's a baller. You should read his message, is it? Oh, there's a... Oh, sorry, there's a message above the thing. Sorry. Thank you very much, Ferran, for the shout. Mohammed, thanks for the super chat. I'm on the final step for streaks in Prem Limited. I know I'm asking for a lot, but if it was you, who'd be your picks for the final streak? Hassan219. Let's have a look at that. We'll add you on, buddy. Thanks for the super chat. But I'll need to add you in line. But I'll definitely do that. Thanks for the super chat. I'll add you onto the list. Oh, this doesn't... Hassan, you need to double check your team name for me, buddy. Oh, vaulted. You've got a vaulted Mia as well, do you? Why? 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 Why is this guy in the vault? Do you get enough points from one guy to make up? Has this done anything? Or was he suspended or something? Mate, yeah, I would not. Yeah, well, if you've got this, it kind of relaxes what I was just talking about there, wasn't it? He'll be suspended for the. Yeah, okay. No, this doesn't. Yeah, get that out of the vault. It does absolutely he diddly haw. Suspension. Okay, fair enough. It's just so confusing. One guy in the vault. It's just so funny to see. Right, Daz One Love. This was Rhys Darroch, who was given his spot to Mason Miller. And Mason was asking, hi Quinny, I'm away to watch the famous. I'll watch the stream back later. Very funny. Roma's no pumping empty of the night. Or what was Rhys Darroch after? If he's away to watch Rangers anyway, we could just add him at the end. Where are you, Rhys? Howdy, Quinny. Howdy. And then yeah, Daz One Love. That was it. You've got a lot of cards. You kind of need help. If Rhys is still here. Jar Farka, I'm not sure if the collection will remain. I'd maybe just burn the easiest card that you can from it. Let's see whoever you've got the the most duplicates of. I would just try and do it with the easiest replaceable player to figure it out. Sorry, I'm not really good with names. Hassan underscore 219 is the right name. Underscore. Yeah, so Reese Darrick. Daz, you still here? Hi Quinny, I just used my stacks in looking for new Scotland players. Ooh, okay. National team, like who's actually going to play in the team? Jafar Khalil. I can see it now. Now that you say that for me, thank you. Jafar Khalil. I can see it now. It was just pure melting my tongue in my brain there. Scotland and stuff. So let's see who you've got. Sorry, that's probably the best way to go about it. Nationality. Scotland. 100 cards. So we're looking at Scotland. Are we thinking World Cup? Is that the angle here? We've got a gun. You've got like Kellys and Baines and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. But yeah, no Gordon. And no in seasons. That's kind of the notes I would give you there. No Gordon and no in season. Kind of want that handcuff, and I think you want that utility. Let's do by name in case you've got any doubles. Double Hickey is cool. Single Robbo. Some of these guys are alright. Hanley, in season and classic. Suter. Doig could be in the picture, couldn't he? KT classic. McKenna. Yeah. You've got everyone here really. Again, it's just doubles and in seasons I'm looking at, or thinking about. Midfield. Yeah, you've got good kind of backup kind of pieces there, but Billy Gilmore when fit. McGinn when fit, or well, McGinn anyway. Aye. Mulligan, I like his chances of maybe kicking on a bit here. Lennon Miller gets into the squad on occasion. Lewis Morgan did play the Euros. Ferguson, Liam Henderson. He's maybe not quite going to make this, is he? Christie you have. Fraser's not bad to have up your sleeve. Same with Gould and McTominay. And Armstrong there completing the back end of this. Yeah, I think in terms of midfield, there's nobody else really to add in, is there? Did you have Christie? Yeah, you did. You've kind of got them all here. Do you know, the only kind of left fieldy one I'm thinking in the Scotland makeup that could happen, there's also the whole McGregor comes out of retirement, or we nationalise Harvey Barnes. But I don't know if Ollie Burke, yeah, you've got him anyway, isn't a bad outside shout to make the squad. Just playing at a pretty good level, big physical guy. Yeah, so you need Shankland. It's kind of it, really. Shankland, and I'd try and get some in-seasons of all of them. Try to do that kind of thing myself. In-season, nationality, Scottish. Get 22 in-season Scots. So yeah, McGinn, McKenna, Gordon and Gunn, Hanley, Christie, Robbo, Hickey. They're not even that dear. Like Hickey 8 quid, Robbo was 14, Christie 6, Hanley 13, McKenna 11, both the goalkeepers under 20 quid combined. McGinn. I need Doak, who's injured right now. And I think there's another kind of half player. I can't remember. It's not Shea Adams, but it's not Lyndon Dykes. Is it maybe... I don't know. Yeah. A lot of guys can see World Cup cards coming out and stuff like that, and I get it. But yeah, if they're cheap enough, I wouldn't. I would hate to get there and be raging that I didn't do them earlier. Oliver Collins got you in the chat there, Ferran. But yeah, Legends had their own game mode for a while. And then it used to be OP for training, like XP harvesting essentially. Red or Dead? Could you look at my transition from Summer Rare Contenders to Euro Rare Contenders, please? Got some more cards in, but only started, so need a few more bangers. Any suggestions? Rares Contender. Yeah, let's look at it. I think they'll do. I think classics will be there as well. Daz One Love. I'll just stick to Daz now. I know, bad joke, but I think there'll be a classic option. But the main thing that we're all going to be after is like, can you play in whatever the competition is they put on? You know, they might sell special editions. I'm not as convinced about they'll have the ability to do that, but maybe they do. What was I just looking at here again? Oh yeah. Playing game week this weekend, and then in goals we have 14 of them. I don't think we've done, we've not, sorry, contender. Okay, so we've got Horn. Oh, he's back playing. That's good. I like Timo Horn. Oh yeah, he's doing good. Nice, good for him. Absolutely nowhere for years there, wasn't he? Cool, I like him. Nardi, fine. Kovic, never heard of him, but he's playing. So yeah, nice wee start. I like Horn. That's a good eagle-eyed move there. Can't believe this guy's still playing. Got a fucking 100 at the weekend as well. That is wild. Fair play to him. Yeah, defence doesn't have a smash in it. Again, the Rocky's the easy shout right now. He's just in vogue. But yeah, we're missing a big hitting defender in season. And yeah, I really like what's here as well. I think the classic power you've got, I'm not really worried about the lack of in-season midfield smasher. But we need powerful forwards if that's the case. And yeah, I think forward is really where you're... Again, we looked at these forward positions earlier. It's actually quite a tough spot to fill, particularly for the game week in front of us. If you're not quite as streak orientated right now, like for this weekend, that's sensitive to it. So maybe not quite as restrictive. Rare in season contender, and then the game week filter, please. And yeah, he's a striker. The Rocky's 50 quid, worth it, I would say. Just about. What forward did you have again? Nollenberg? Oh, the same guy Rico Man has. That's fun. There's some okay classics here, but none are that super good. Kaito Nakamura, very much worth the cash. Barasatik, Karaman, they're kind of up there, aren't they, as well? Emil Fredriksson, Istra. Formerly of Rosenborg. Interesting. Kellyanne Corridor, we're big fans of here. Hit a hundo kind of recently, but is not really doing anything outside of 10.88 at the moment, is he? But Corridor's fun, without really being at it right now. Bakrar at £7 is interesting as well, I should add. And Levaya, on his form, £23 is pretty minging, but Levaya is like, he's like Shankland. He's just like very good in that division, and when he's playing, you can plug him in pretty much every game. Also, we don't think he's like super nailed right now. 20 quid's maybe. Robert Ramsack. I've seen this guy playing against Celtic. Now, I really want this guy's rookie card, but I want it in the Leipzig collection. It doesn't have that many Leipzig cards, and they're all in the packet sealed. That's kind of annoying for me. He's playing Bundesliga 2 level. Good for him. Andre Johnson, this is the son of, isn't it? Where's he playing now? Blackburn Rovers. It's a kind of fun guy, isn't it? Luke Johnson's son, playing championship football, good fixture list. The other Yang. I'm pretty sure there was like a cheat codey kind of forward, a guy who was maybe out of position or something. You still here, Red or Dead? Do you do daily missions? Yeah, we'll do. I love daily missions. I missed a Fenerbahce Galatasaray one, and I missed a Celtic one. Celtic Hearts and Fenerbahce Gala. I missed both of them, and I'd have been all over them with fouls or whatever the fuck they were asking for. Mohamed Damarmi, we mentioned before, a £5 at rare. This is a sleeper. This is one that you're kind of putting away for later. Very much worth it, I think, for a £5 at rare. It's kind of hard to be let down by that, I think. Oh, Bamford. It's Chef U. Bamford in the Championship, like, does he have an SO5 history there? Maybe nothing too spectacular, but again, a guy that's very formidable at that level. £12 for a forward. You know, to bring in a good couple of 60s, not a bad price point. Real Sociedad too, that's funny. Fragota, he's been useful at moments. There's a wee rookie there. Chuba Akpom, Ipswich. Ooh, when did he get back there? Again, wild in the Championship once upon a time. We don't have the history to go back. I think it was at Middlesbrough he was at, and he was absolutely slaying it. That's under a tenner as well. That's a fun card to watch out for if you're playing that division. I like a wee bit of Championship calendar utility. The other Salah has cards. That's cool. Don't think he's been good, but that's cool. Gaga Goose. Yeah, I think I've missed a bit. I've been running for about 2 hours. Jesus, what time is it? Yeah. I think we're doing alright for time. Got a few more to wrap up here. Juan Cordoba. Where did you come from? I like Colombian strikers. Yeah, watch out for this guy. See if he becomes good. Even if he doesn't, by the way, if he goes back to Colombia, could just be a ripper. Nice card. I like owning cards like that personally. I don't really get space for them in my life nowadays, but if you're in that sphere, picking up guys like that, they could just become the best player in the game randomly. Do you know who I'm going to look up on that note? The best player in the game. Oh, he's been injured. Interesting. Anyone selling? There's 2 limiteds available. See, imagine you had this guy. You know what I mean? Then he goes back to Colombia and he just rinses all the time. 10 months ago, one moved. 11 months. Yeah. Tough cards to get. That's a real flex, that card. A real flex. So yeah, Red or Dead, that's where I would be at with you. The classic cards usually fluctuate this much. The 5 cards I bought 3 days ago have already gone up. Nice. No, you're a great scouter, Ferran. See, just being ahead of the market. Like, if you've just looked at the calendar 3 days ahead of the mass market, you're doing great, mate. You're doing great. Yeah, you could just list them, bank some cash, maybe buy somebody else that was on your hit list you couldn't afford before. You know, play that kind of game. Take your capital appreciation and then buy a more expensive piece that you didn't have the budget for beforehand. We'll have a move like that. Malba, Torador, I've seen you in the chat somewhere. I think you're kind of streak related. Let me see you, Torador. Where are you? Josh Tilley, good to see you. XD Rye, again. Good to see you. Torador. I'm on Streak 5 in Bundes Limited. I have 1 monster team, but I'd like at least 2 more lineups to bring my chances to max. Nice. Right, Torador, let's have a peek. We've got 1 boss. Did you tell me? Limited Bundes. Did you... Oh, this is my team. Oh. So did you craft him 2 days ago as well? How funny. What's the odds? Right, Bundes. Galassi Friday night's got a good game, I think, doesn't he? Yeah, Union, you can play him in that. Neuer, I think Bayern have got a decent game. Yeah, Mainz. Flecken's playing someone alright. Yeah. Actually, all 4 goalkeepers are quite usable. But 3 are classics. We've only got 1 classic outfielder spot. It's probably going to be Rom. Unless we've got a Kane or an Elise. It's classics, I mean, of course. Or Kimmich even, for that matter. Elise. Yeah, so Elise will be the only classic we'll use. And he will be in the team with Galassi. So the Galassi team, I guess this is your main team. It will be Rom in season, Elise mid, Kane up front, with Kimmich in midfield. Nice. So we've got Galassi, Rom, Elise, Kimmy, Kane. So then we go to the second team. We need a classic goalkeeper, so that's kind of fine. Take your pick of whoever it is. In defence, by the way, I like both these guys, Pieper and Lienhart. That's so funny. Pieper's playing Stuttgart. Lienhart, I think we want Lienhart. Oh no, Lienhart's playing Dortmund. But you want to build a better team. You're on streak, what? Streak 5, yeah. So we want to buy from the market a defender, in-season defender. How many more lineups did you say? 2 more. Yeah, I think you need 2 more defenders. So I don't think either one of them are like mad backable. If we're going for streak 5, I think that's the only way to do it. Who is Pieper playing again? Stuttgart, it's not too bad. You can maybe use Pieper. If you've got the money, Schlotterbeck is... Oh, Lukeba. Lukeba at 20 quid is really good. So I would... Rami's coming back this weekend. Does that mean he's a good get? Kuto's on to play as well, but they're playing Freiburg. It's not a great game. It's not bad though. Freiburg play Thursday, Dortmund played Tuesday. So there's a wee thing like that in their favour. Kevin Dix. Just smashing his face off the now, man. Dewike's been doing alright. Yeah, that's my main team. We've picked the same team. Kuto is in his prime, by the way. Oh, is he? I have some rare in seasons as well. Let me have a wee nosy at them for a moment. Oh, this is a freaking market. Rami and Reader. Fun. Fun. Good pickups. But yeah, from a defender point of view, like Rami's back into play. I was looking at this earlier myself when I was messing about with Lionheart and Bundesliga and whatever, but Rami, Schlotterbeck, both back in. Kuto is on to play, and Kuto's like L5. If you're on for streak 5, Kuto is very interesting again. I would strongly look at Kuto. Grimaldo's 50, Schlotterbeck is 63. If you have the type of money for those guys, fine, get Schlotterbeck. I'm not too... I suppose Grimaldo just scored. Cologne's not a bad game. Lukeba at 21 quid. I'd be looking at as well at home Friday night. You've got Galassi there as well, so you've got a bit of exposure to that. Yeah, I think they're the only ones I would really consider. Bayern should be decent. Some of the Frankfurt guys could be alright, but Christensen, I like. Did we see him anywhere? Robin Koch is there, but I don't think he scores as well. Nathaniel Brown we like, but again, he's not really a streak 5 guy. Rasmus Christensen and Jan Kuto, Schlotterbeck. Some of these guys, they're like streak 5 capable. Rasmus, there he's there. Not in a great bit of form right now, it must be said, but can give decisives, can bring in a lot of AA. Frankfurt, Bundesliga, home. It's not impeccable, but he's like a good shout. Leimer versus Mainz. Yeah, I've not got to midfield yet. I've not got to, so let me just kind of wrap up defence and we'll move into mid, right? But yeah, Kuto. I'm putting Kuto down. Kuto, or if you've got the cash, Schlotterbeck or Grimaldo or whatever. Midfield. I thought it was like €8. Nah, I don't think that'll be the way. What do we have right now? Yeah, so defence we weren't too chuffed about, so we need a few defenders in. Midfield, we've used Kimmich. So we need in-season mid. For the other teams, we need a bunch of them. So who's a good shout? Who's good pickings? Leimer is good pickings. He's on to play, I'm sure, isn't he? Yeah. Leimer is very interesting. I would be definitely having a look at Leimer. Yeah, one decisive, gets close to 80s, you know, no problem at all. Baumgartner, I'm definitely looking at. He's just decisive at the moment. So yeah, Baum. And who did I say just above him? Sorry, Limer. The Austrians. Hey. Grifo's playing Dortmund. Berger's been good and get a decent game. Berger. I'll try and find another one. I've got a wee list on the go here. Oh, I do like Mazza. Leverkusen's game, what is it they've got again? Oh yeah, Cologne. Yeah, I like Mazza. Mazza's fun. Right, so I've got 4 defenders and 4 mids written down. And up front, you're using Kane. And behind that, yeah, you've not really got anything. So yeah, this is kind of the problem I had for this game week, was Bundesliga striker. Where to go, what to do. Let's look at Bayern again quickly. Yeah, Gnabry and Karl. I don't know if Karl's a striker card necessarily, actually, but yeah, the Hoffenheim guys are kind of hard to back for Streak 5. Mazza forward card can be gotten, so I would maybe think about that. Oh yeah, the forward spot is hard. I like Adeyemi. Decent fixture. He's in the shop window at the moment. Form's been good enough. I know the last 2 games haven't quite been there, but off the bench. Oh, he's not expected to start, really? No, I think he'll start, according to this. This is normally very accurate. Let's look at Frankfurt. They like to score some goals, and they're playing Augsburg. Knauf, Chaibe, and Gotza. No forward cards here, really. Is there? Leipzig, none of them are cheap or particularly super appealing this game week. Gladbach. Yeah, forwards are a bit stiff, man. Girassi, yeah, I think you kind of need to have a look at the 2 Dortmund guys. See, I ended up going with the Hoffenheim lads, but Diamande, if you've got the cash for him, yeah, Diamande, I think if you've got the cash, he's definitely a great pickup right now. Nice rookie card also. Yeah, so I'm looking at Jan Kuto, Rami Bensebaini, Rasmus Christensen, Lukeba, Baumgartner, Limer, Berger, and Mazza. Mazza you might want as a mid or a forward. Adeyemi and Girassi, you can maybe think of them as the same option. Maybe you get both of them, but probably one of them. And then Jan Diamande. That's how I'm looking at it. Hope that helps, Torador. Yeah, I think so. I believe this website is normally really good. So if they've got them on to play, I can agree with that as well, you know. Oy. And then Hassan, our super chatter for tonight, our final one. Hassan, where was your super chat? Where did it go? Oh, there it's there. Got it. Prem Limited final streak. Limited. Prem. 19 keepers. Let's see what we're playing with here. Pope is playing Sunderland, isn't he? That's not Pope, it'll be Ramsdale, but you know what I mean? Newcastle. Have you got him? Oh, no handcuff. Interesting. Oh, you do. Petrovic is playing Man United, I think, aren't they? Donnarumma. Ooh. Playing Palace. Yeah, I'm probably staying away from that. Brighton, Liverpool, Arsenal can be good. Arsenal will. Oh, yeah. Raya. If possible, he's classic, right? So, Raya is a classic. But if we need it to be in season, if we need it to be in season, you probably need to go between Petrovic and Ramsdale. Or Newcastle are at home? No, they're away. I'd probably just about go Petrovic. I don't think that. I'd rather, we might need to buy an in-season Raya. Let's see how this goes. Arsenal, good game. Yeah, Gab Magnus might not necessarily be playing. Timber, Guardiola is ripping now. Against Palace, he could be fine. But who would I actually pick? Let's look at the Prem fixtures quickly. Would I buy somebody in particular? Standings. Excuse me. Form. Who's bottom of the form table? Wolves, Burnley, Bournemouth, Leeds. Wolves, Burnley, Bournemouth. Wolves, Arsenal, Burnley, Fulham. Yeah, I think we just go after Wolves, man. Is Timber going to play? Yeah. Timber. Especially if he is playing centre back, Timber's passing stats might go through the roof. Who's Bruno playing again? Bournemouth. Yeah, should be good for him. Arsenal midfield though, what does that look like? Zubi, Rice, Odegaard. Yeah, they smash, but Cherki might not play. Who's Soboslai playing? Brighton. Are they away? Yeah, they're away. Oh no, he's aerated, they're at home. I think Soboslai and Bruno is a very good Team 5, Streak 5 midfield to run at. Xhaka and a derby at home, and maybe one or two of these other guys are probably going to score alright, but again, is there a fixture we would lean into here? Nah, maybe not, by the way. Like, maybe Eze is one I would get, like, if we were to try and target one on the market. I know he's not nailed to play, but out of who you've got and not got and stuff. I'd think about an Eze. You're probably playing Soboslai and Fernandez, which is fine. But I would sincerely... Yeah, they're on set pieces. They're both at home, I think, or are they away to Bournemouth? Oh no, they're... Wow, yeah, they're both at home, both take sets. Yeah, you're kind of going Bruno and Soboslai, aren't you? Bruno and Soboslai. And then up front, you've got Saka, so there's probably not even any need in looking at anyone else. There's some other decent options here as well, but yeah, man, I think with it being Wolves, come off the bench against Bruges, he's chilling out. Are Arsenal cruising, or are they just first? Yeah, they're just first. Yeah, I think I'm going Saka. If I had to buy anyone for this, I would get an Eze midfielder, but you get Gyökeres as well, even if you didn't want to play Saka. Or even if you wanted to go double striker. Because again, this is the sort of game Gyökeres gets a hat-trick in. At home to Wolves, you know, that's the sort of That's like one of these games, you know. Yeah, Bruno, you can't really argue with that. Soboslai is kind of untouchable right now, in a good way. L1572. 4 100s. It's just crazy. So yeah, I think the midfield, it's really hard to look beyond the two of them, fixture wise and form. Timber in defence with Raya, I think works lovely. And then yeah, you're either using Gyökeres or Saka. Personal preference. Or whatever's safer. Mohammed Hassan, thanks very much for the super chat. And if I was to buy somebody for the team, like I already mentioned, I would get an Eze. Or do you have a classic Eze? You have classic Odegaard. And the reason I bring that up is you could buy an in-season Raya. Eze's 20, in-season Raya is probably more expensive. Yeah, so maybe that's not quite the move. Timber is on 70%. I think with Arsenal's problems and whatnot, I don't think it's... I don't know, it is shaky. Timber wasn't risked. Yeah, I think he rested, didn't he? So, against Bruges. Yeah, he played Norgard in there just to make sure Timber would be fine. Yeah, I think Timber's been wrapped in cotton wool for this. Oh, Zubimendi double DA'd on me. Oh. The form of the wide players here makes you want to pick Saka, doesn't it? But seeing Gyökeres is just, yeah, potentially just poacher maker. Poor man's Haaland and all that. Guys, I've had an absolute blast. I'm going to be live in half an hour on Satara here to react to the Celtic team sheet for Celtic versus Roma tonight. So if you want to catch me over there, I will welcome you with open arms. That's Satara here. But to all the channel members that have been here today, thanks to everyone whose strategy and streak teams we tried to build and go through and assessing the market. It really means a lot. Congratulations again to all the winners. We had Finlay F, we had Jon Betten, we had Chris Kilmer, we had Ernest's, Ogle Hidrats, and we had Narb winning the Icebreaker Marmoush. Congratulations to you all. I'll need you to reach out to me and we'll be able to get those cards over to you ASAP. Me and Harry Trades will be live for the deadline show tomorrow as per usual as well. Good luck with the final furlong of the midweek. I hope you finish exactly 1 point behind me. I'll see you for the deadline show tomorrow. Thanks again for all your support. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.